Hey, welcome to the video. I will explain the most fundamental concepts of coding which you will find in every modern programming language. I'm a software engineer myself, and I'm sure that if you understand these concepts, it will help you greatly to read any program you see. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like such content. And now, having said that, let's dive in. I will use Python here as an example, but most of the things are very similar in other languages like JavaScript, Java, and so on. At the end, I will also show you a small working example of a complete program, so stay tuned until that. First, the most basic things. This is a Python program, small example. I executed it here. This is the result on the right side. So what do we see here? You see here a method with one parameter, which is invoked with one argument, which is a fixed string, a string literal. It is called literal because it's literally written here. This is quite simple. So the words are actually mostly English words, and they have a meaning, and they have a meaningful meaning, which makes sense actually. If you understand what is what, then you can also understand error messages much better. So here we have a print method invocation with that fixed string. And then if we don't want to use fixed strings for methods or for other things, but we want to actually calculate things, then we can use variables. Variables are called variables because they don't have a fixed value, but they can vary their value. So here I can have a variable a, which is assigned a value 5, this initial value. When I print it, results in printing this a, this 5. Yeah? Then I can change the value of 6, of a, I can change it to 6. Then when I print it, then it results in 6. And if I can also say that a equals a plus 4, so increase the value by 4, and then I print it now, then I see it is 10, because 6 plus 4 is 10. I added 4 to the previous value, which was 6. And then it resulted in 10. Result is stored in the same variable. The old value is gone. It's lost forever, but now we have the 10 here. So another special kind of variables are arrays, which are boxes with slots, you can imagine it. So we have here a box with 3 slots, and in every slot there is a specific value, apple, banana, and cherry. When I print the complete box now, then I see here on the right, apple, banana, cherry. Yeah? All 3 elements of this box, of this array, these are elements of the array, are printed. I can also reference one element of the array, only one. Here I'm referencing the middle one of the array, so middle element of the array, because it is a 0th element. We are always 0 based in computer science. And then this is the first, and this is the second element. So print fruits 1 is banana. If I write here print fruits 2, this is cherry, and if I write here 3, then it will be an error. List index out of range. So I have no third element in this list, because 0, 1, 2, but there is no third. Therefore, it's an error. If I change it back to 2, then it will work again. And then I can also replace the elements of this box. So I have this box with the slots, and if I tell the computer that the first one, is actually the middle one, should be berry, then the result is these fruits, apple, berry, cherry. The first and the last one remain the same, and the second one was changed to berry from banana. So these are the very basic things. Let's go to some more complicated concepts. So the next important idea are branches and code blocks, because just having a linear program executing through is quite boring, because you don't have any logic in it. It just does what it does, but you have no decisions, no intelligence in the program. If you want to make decisions in a program, then you need branches. Branching is basically a jump in a program execution. So I'm not going through linearly through the program one by one, but I test something. I make a decision if a is smaller than 5, which in this case will be true, and then I do this one, or if it's false, then I do the other one. And in the end, this I do all the time, because it is outside again. If you see, small and ready is printed now, because a is smaller than 5, I print small, and else I would print big, but this is not the case, so it is small is printed. If I change a now to 6, Then the result changes. It is now big because this was false because a is 6, 6 is bigger than 5, so not smaller. And we went to this branch of the code execution. And you see in Python, code blocks which are executed are identified by indentation. So if I put two spaces here, then this ready will belong to this block. Ready 2, let's do it like that. Now I have big ready and ready 2, and if I make the a small again, then I have just small and ready 2. So this block is not executed anymore. I can also put here ready 1, which is at this block, and will be executed always together with small. So if I execute that, I have small ready 1, ready 2. Small ready 1 is the 1 block, is executed here when this is true, and the other block is skipped because it is in the else block, and then this is in the common block, ready 2 will be executed again. Loops are another kind of branches which allow you to execute something more than once. So not if else, but I will execute this I 5 times because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the 6th, it will not be smaller anymore, and then it will not execute. So here you see the result. 1 to 5 is printed, 6 is not printed anymore because it is false. This condition becomes false then. And I can also iterate over the parts of an array. So I have an array, is an array, like we have seen before, and I iterate here over all the elements of this array. So all x in fruits, x will be first apple, then banana, then cherry. We see here the result. Print is invoked. And then I have also the possibility to define a number range. This is 1 to 10, 1 to 9 actually, because 10 is not included anymore. And then I can print this variable x, which is taken from this range. The next thing is about code reuse. We want to write code only once for one idea. This is a main point in software development. So if I have this logic that I want to print a text with a prefix printed to it, I will execute it now. This is the text ABC. This is the invocation here. Then I can define a method which is a shortcut for all this which is inside. So if I want to use this logic to print this something with a prefix, then I can define it in a method and then use this method. I execute it and this is the result. If I want to use this logic again, then I just use it again, 1, 2, 3 for example. Then this is the text 1, 2, 3. So I use this logic which is here 2 times and didn't have to repeat it. And this is a very important point. You don't want to repeat yourself. If you do programming, you want to write things only once and then reuse them always. Never copy a program. Always reuse it. This is very important. And another example here with multiple parameters and the return value, I can also, for example, create a calculation routine which is multiplying a and b and returning it to me. And here's the invocation. I declare a variable which is the result of this multiplication result, where I invoke it with 2 and 3. And the result you see here is printed result C. This is printed in the method. And the end result is printed outside. This is here. The result is always 6. It's also 6 because it was assigned to this variable. So you see I've created a method and I can use it many times to make different multiplications. If I change it to 5 and 6, and then I should see 30 here. Yeah. And last, we have come to a program which applies these things which we have learned. This is a program which is drawing this ASCII art tree. You have a parameter here down here where I can set up, configure how big the tree should be. This upper part, 4 lines here, then 10 lines. Sometimes it has a synchronization issue, but now I have 10 lines. And this is basically programmed with some methods, method invocations. I invoke here print tree with a size, and then it prints it uses print line to print all those lines, the same method. Then it prints 2 trunk lines, and then it prints the ground. And again, print ground is just printing dashes in a row. Print trunk line is printing vertical dashes in 2 rows, in 1 row, and it's invoked 2 times. And print line prints these upper parts of the tree. This will be your homework to find out how it exactly works and why it works. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you to understand programming and to be better at it, better at reading programs. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about these topics or advanced other topics, please leave a comment below. Thank you, bye-bye.